From the upcoming breakout for Dogecoin and the latest whale activity to major firms and banks getting all in on cryptos, there is a lot to talk about in this video. So let's see what exactly is happening. So first and foremost, we can see here that the broader crypto market has continued to show positive momentum. As we can see, the general market mood has improved significantly, with major cryptos gaining substantial traction. During the previous 24 hours, all cryptos have been trading in the green, from Bitcoin to all other altcoins, including Doge. During this time, while all other cryptos rose by 3 to 5%, Doge rose by 10% with a market value advancing over 13 cents. Although its rally has now halted and it is now hovering around this level, it looks like it may break through the barrier around 14 to 15 cents in the next few days. It's more plausible because, after surpassing its 20-day simple and exponential moving averages, Doge has now surpassed its 50-day moving average. So far, things are looking well, and we may anticipate more improvements in the following days or weeks. Meanwhile, Dogecoin has closed the last 3 consecutive daily candles in the green. The Relative Strength Index shows a sharp uptick since Monday, having moved from 44 to 63, indicating strong buyer momentum. However, RSI resistance is found at the 66 level, established on January 14 as Doge touched 22 cents. Interestingly, further analysis shows the price chart is forming a rounding bottom. Typically, this pattern indicates a positive reversal in sentiment and the end of a protracted downtrend. Rounding bottoms are found at the end of extended downward trends and signify a reversal in long-term price movements. So once the move completes, a breakout usually follows and should continue in a new upward trend. Meanwhile, technical analyst Crypto Soap expects price action to develop into an inverse head and shoulders. He believes that a break of the falling wedge will see a bullish retest of the wedge line before moving higher. The prediction was justified based on low volume, which is interpreted as a lack of sell pressure. All in all, Dogecoin is now attempting to make some bullish moves. Meanwhile, we are now seeing a third consecutive buying spree for Dogecoin. The first such trend was in March 2021. The relaunch of its blockchain foundation puts a renewed focus on promoting the future of the Dogecoin blockchain ecosystem. Many developments happened in late 2021, and it so happens that progress on the blockchain ecosystem would benefit current investors. For the first time since its launch and mass acceptance, Dogecoin is moving towards a community-driven service offering crypto. Technical data on its price momentum shows an increased buyer participant in March. It appears to be a massive opportunity that most would enjoyably miss out on. As investors, if someone intends to diversify their portfolio with some risky but potentially high-returning crypto, Dogecoin should be on their watch list. RSI rising from oversold zones to overbought zones within a month presents a fair picture of increased buyer sentiment. On the other hand, even whales are now reeling how brilliant Dogecoin has been performing overall. You'll get a better idea of this by looking at these numbers. The total quantity of Dogecoin for Binance Smart Chain whales is now over 28 million, which is worth around $40 million. This equates to 3.6% of the whale's total portfolio. So what it means is that whales are getting bullish on Dogecoin, and this accumulation spree can help in the continuation of this recent Dogecoin rally. Now, let's talk about Bitcoin for a moment. So Bitcoin has been gaining a lot of traction in the last 24 hours, and things are looking quite good for it. Bitcoin is presently trading around the 44K price level, and it looks that it is aiming to break past the 45K resistance level in the next weeks. And because Bitcoin's key moving averages have turned bullish, it's quite probable that it will succeed. Furthermore, its daily RSI value and MACD level are also highly encouraging. So overall, BTC is doing pretty well. Moreover, Bitcoin is now surging after rumors that Russia is contemplating adopting cryptos for natural resource exports. Right after this news, Bitcoin started rising more than 5% on the day and 17% in the last 10 days after breaking above 44K. Moreover, its market cap has also increased by $20 billion, surpassing $835 billion. This comeback follows the announcement by Pavel Zavalny, head of the Russian Federation's State Duma's Energy Committee, that Russia will take Bitcoin in addition to other currencies from its partners for acquiring natural resources. And now, as investor enthusiasm increases throughout the industry, Bitcoin smashed past a crucial price milestone, but analysts warn that 44K must become a support to signal a macro-level trend change. According to market expert and pseudonymous Twitter user Rect Capital, Bitcoin is breaking out from the weekly ascending triangle. So what it means is that Bitcoin is doing great by all possible means, and it's great news for holders. Meanwhile, some analysts are making huge predictions about Bitcoin prices this year. Let's see what they have to say. So since it blasted all-time high, the Bitcoin price has been consolidating inside broad bands for a long period. The asset is now amassing gains to stabilize a strong rally, following a harsh declining trend. It hasn't yet made it to the middle range, which is above 45K, so no major change in trend can be expected until the price reaches these levels. However, Bitcoin's supremacy suggests that the asset may shortly blast through its highs. According to the expert, the inverted Bitcoin price chart and the Bitcoin dominance chart are both creating a similar pattern, suggesting that the commodity might reach new highs around 72K in July or August of this year. On the other hand, Mike Novogratz, the CEO of Galaxy Digital, has issued one of the boldest predictions for Bitcoin's price in recent memory. The CEO mentioned that he believes the asset price would approach $500,000 in the next few years. The Bitcoin maximalist bases his forecast on the current wave of acceptance that is spreading through several jurisdictions. He claims that the adoption cycles of cryptos are exceeding those of the internet during its heyday in the 1990s. Well, it appears that everyone has high hopes in Bitcoin, and honestly, its rising price supports them all. And now, let's talk about ETH for a moment. So the Ethereum price increased by 35% during the last 15 days from the lows of critical support around $2,500. Furthermore, at $2.8K, the price crossed above the 50-day exponential moving average. Ethereum is currently a smidgen below another important moving average, the 200 EMA. Another significant factor to consider is the volume. The hike in price is aided by higher than average volumes. For ETH, this all adds up to a strong bullish undertone. Meanwhile, the staking rate of the Ethereum proof-of-stake contract has lately increased, which might be a positive indicator for the crypto's price. So let's talk about it. So the staking rate is a metric that shows how much of Ethereum's total supply is now tied up in staking contracts. Another statistic, the Ethereum 2 update, informs us how much money is entering into the contract over a specific period of time. When the value of this indicator rises, it indicates that a large amount of Ethereum is currently being staked. Such a pattern can be good for the price of ETH if it continues, since it indicates that the coin's available supply is shrinking as more ETH is locked into the 2.0 contract. And now, let's talk about some important crypto updates. The first update on our list is from Wall Street Investment. So Bloomberg reported this Wednesday that Wall Street investment firm Cowen has launched a new digital asset business to offer spot Bitcoin and crypto trading to institutional customers. As the banking hub attempts to embrace the emerging asset class spot markets, the business used its modest base to get ahead of its larger competitors. Goldman Sachs completed its first over-the-counter Bitcoin options deal this week, attempting to tap into derivatives-based offers while uncertainty and complications surrounding spot products stall progress. It's bullish news for both Bitcoin in the long term, as we are now going to see spot Bitcoin trading on Wall Street for the first time. And as per another report, after Florida, now residents in Portsmouth can also use crypto to pay their taxes. The mayor of the city, Declan McEachern, offered the concept to local authorities, who believe it will provide citizens with more payment options. He said there are waves of new things that are going to affect us in terms of our future that use the type of technology used in cryptocurrency. I want to make sure Portsmouth is not waiting around to see how this is going to affect us in the future, because it's already affecting us. Well, it's amazing news because it is another step towards making crypto a legalized and authentic currency on the whole. On the other hand, BlackRock's Fink warned shareholders in a letter that cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum might be used as instruments for international transactions. The conflict between Ukraine and Russia will force sovereign governments all over the world to reconsider their reliance on fiat currencies and embrace crypto. Furthermore, a well-designed payment system based on digital currencies can improve the current international transaction settlement system. So, it's bullish news for the crypto market. On the other hand, according to CEO Larry Fink, the asset management behemoth is looking at how it might assist its clients who wish to invest in cryptocurrency. Not only are prices beginning to recover, but institutional investors are becoming less skeptical of digital currencies. BlackRock is a stock that trades on the New York Stock Exchange. Get BlackRock Report, one of the world's largest asset managers, is examining how to serve consumers interested in crypto, according to CEO Larry Fink's annual letter to shareholders. This collaboration is going to be very optimistic for the crypto market since it will pave the way for many other payment portals for digital assets. And another news is that El Salvador's acceptance of Bitcoin as legal cash appears to be piquing the interest of the United States Congress. Senators James Risch, Bob Menendez, and Bill Cassidy have sponsored the Accountability for Cryptocurrency in El Salvador AC to track the impact of the country's new crypto law on the country and the U.S. So this is positive news since the U.S. Congress is now showing great interest in cryptos. And now, the next news is about Bitcoin development. So Trammell Venture Partners has announced a feeder fund targeted at Bitcoin and Lightning Network startups. The feeder fund, which is made up of a group of investors pooling their money, focuses on Bitcoin developers. It's quite a positive move, I must say, since it will enhance investor interactions and make Bitcoin and others a better ground for business deals and stuff. And now returning to Doge, we can observe that it is now making bullish swings. In fact, it is currently projected that it will continue to gain traction in the future. So let's see how things transpire in the coming days. And that concludes today's discussion. Keep an eye out for more crypto news, and don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments section.